All right, I almost did my intro, but I don't do the intro for these. On to episode 17, Big Wolf on Campus, entitled Big Bad Wolf. Big Bad Wolf. That's from Teen Wolf. The movie, Teen Wolf, by the way. The original movie, not the one with Tyler Hoechlin. But, yeah, so, Big Bad Wolf. In this episode, Tommy's dealing with an evil version of himself. Merton's fault. No, seriously, it is. He's like, okay, so, episode starts with something that's like, you know something's gonna happen, because it's like, oh, Tommy and Stacy, they're a happy couple. Things were going really great for them. Nothing can go wrong. And then in comes the Arm. That's right, Eric the Arm McIntyre, Stacy's ex-boyfriend and former captain of the football team before Tommy took over. So, yeah, he shows up and he and Stacy get reacquainted. And, look, I'm getting this over with right now. Stacy's terrible. Alright, I've already talked about this. Like, in the recent episode with Cutler, right? Her and Tommy have had this thing going on all season. And then she goes on a random date with Cutler. And now, her and Tommy have pretty much been exclusive this entire time. Old boyfriend shows up, and she's going goo goo gaga over him. To the point that like, Tommy's like, okay, I think we should go. And she's like, well, you can go, I'll catch up later. And it's like, damn, no, this is... And by the end of the episode, they're not together anymore. She goes back with Eric the Arm, and Tommy just lets her. And it just... It's another obstacle for Tommy to get over, and it just... I get about as pissed off at him. I was ready to... In fact, I chucked an ice cream sandwich at the... It was still in the packaging. It was still in the plastic wrap. It was still in this. But I went to get it, and then he went, and I chucked it at the TV. Not that hard at the TV, but bounced off, landed in front of my feet. I was standing right over here when I did it. So, yeah. But he has all this anger, this pent-up aggression, and so Merton tells Tommy, hey, these Shabo Indians or whatever, they have this thing where if you stand in front of a mirror and you can get rid of, if you say, show me the bad, show me the whatever, you confront your dark side. He does that, and the evil version of him comes true. Problem is, Tommy's like, I don't know what's gotten into me, and he goes to leave, but before he even goes to the door even shuts, the other one comes out of there and goes, oh, I don't know, and then what's getting into me? I know what's gotten out of you. You didn't hear that? Also, does Merton have two different doors to his lair? There's one door, or is it just the camera view? Because there's one door, it looks like it's coming from this direction here. Like I'm pointing and it opens coming in towards me. And there's another one that looks like it comes from the side. Maybe there's one that goes into his house and then there's one that goes to the outside of his house, maybe? Maybe. We had something like that in the old house we used to live in, the old blue house. We had from the basement, there was a side door that goes out the side of the house, and then there was one you come up the rest of the stairs, and it goes into the back porch area, and then there's a door that goes in the kitchen. So it went into the kitchen, I should say. So we used to have. So it's kind of like that. Yeah, there is two doors, but that was also, you had to go up some steps to get to the side door. You go up the steps. Okay, so in the basement there's a shower. We go up a room, we did the laundry, and there's a back room that we did this junk. And so you go past the shower and you can go up those steps. There's a landing, and then that's the door that goes to the outside. But then you can go up another set of steps, and then it leads you into back way. It was really, I don't know. I guess it works, but here it's just like, I'm spending most of this time talking about doors, but it's just, or the layer, but the layer, I don't know. Maybe there is 2 doors. It's just weird. But, yeah, so, anyway, after my little thing about basement doors, so, evil Tommy is out and immediately goes to Eric, to the arm, and punches him right in the face. Right in front of TNT, by the way, so they're, witnesses. But it's this random dude that comes up to him later when Stacy comes up. She comes in and she's like, I'm like, what entrance is that? She walks out of she's like, and she's like, Tommy, what did you do to Eric? He's like, well, I didn't do anything to him. He's like, you told me you punched him. He's like, what? I didn't punch him. And some random ass dude, which should have been TNT. Maybe they couldn't get the actors for that scene. But some random dude's like, hey, saw you nice punch in Eric the arm last night. I'm like, he does. And he's like, I didn't do it. And what's more is he's behaving like a bad boy, He even shows up at the house and like starts irritating Dean with, laughing at stuff. And then he just when the mom comes on doing a news broadcast about Eric the Arm for no other reason other than for Tommy to see it. There's no reason. She even calls Eric the Arm the best football player to ever play football for Pleasantville High. Way to support your son, lady. Ever think he could be watching? That never gets back around to the real Tommy, by the way, I don't think. But, yeah. And so he punches out the TV, which causes Dean to have a heart attack, basically. He goes into cardiac arrest, and gets out the little handheld one. But, so Tommy and Merton are trying to figure out what happened. And Tommy realizes, hey, wait a minute, I did that Indian chant thing in the mirror. Maybe that's how it happened. And Merton automatically is like, wait, those Shama Indians, they have a way to turn a newspaper into gold. Merton, there's no time for that. Oh. But like, he doesn't do that. But, so they gotta figure out where he would go. And the editing is weird because, he's your twin. He would go somewhere. It cuts to the evil one in the bushes watching Stacy and Eric the Arm walking through the park. And then it cuts back to Tommy and Merton going, I don't know where he would. And that's where he's like, oh, he's your twin. Where would he go? And it cuts back and he jumps out, the evil one jumps out in front of him and confronts them, and then Tommy just shows up behind them. Hey, how did he get there so quick? Is Merton live next to the park? The editing here makes no sense to me, because it's edited as if they're still in the lair when this part happens, and then Tommy is just there. And by the way, to compare and contrast, the evil one is, wolfed out, wearing all black with a black leather jacket. Tommy comes out wearing a beige-ish, very light beige-ish sweater to make it feel like good and evil, good and evil. Merton shows up and starts cheering on the bad one because you can't tell which one's which, even though that one's wolfed out, and wearing all black, and Tommy is standing over there. I'll say they didn't come together. But, yeah, and so Tommy fights, and it comes down to, the evil one's like, I fight dirty. Kicks him in the nuts. But he's like, I know. That's why I wore my cup. And then he kicks the guy so hard in the nuts he flies back and he's beating the crap out of him. He's about to smash him. He's like, Tommy, no. You do that, you're just like him. And to accept it. So Tommy's like, okay, I accept you. And he gets sucked with not very good CGI effect into him. And that's just it. He tells Stacy, hey, if I just want to see that you're happy. I know I've been acting weird. She's like, mm-hmm. And he's like, all that matters to me is that you're happy. And if Eric makes you happy, then do it. And instead of doing the right thing and saying, no, Tommy, it's not fair to you. I'm gonna give him up and go back to you. She's like, okay, and walks off. I'm like, fucking whore, man. Why? Why they write this character as like one of the worst people in the world here. She's like, I understand her plight with Tommy always running off. We should never explain how he doesn't. The thing at the beginning of the episode, he's like, I tried the not running off. How does that work with your wolfing out, though? There are several little things intercut where they're like really close, and I'm like, that would make him wolf out. That would make him wolf out. I think they even share a kiss, which might have been from the earlier episode where they had the kiss, but I don't know. But yeah, she just runs off with the arm, and this is one of the plot threads that stays in for a few episodes, but I don't know. But I will defend it to a certain point, is that this was put in because they were, at least I believe, this is why it was put in, because there was too many times that it was just, he's got to run off and now she's getting angry with him, then they get back together again. It's too frequent. We're 17 episodes in, we need something different. This is different. Now there's the arm coming between them, so, yeah. Also, Merton is somehow fanatical over him, even though he doesn't like sports. But he likes the arm. Stop doing that. He said. But, yeah, this episode it's one of my favorites. I like the fight between the two Tommies is very good. You should get to see some fighting. So, yeah, on to the next one, I guess. Excuse me.